People are planning a protest. And because of this, she may cancel the book signing. Well, y'all, the book's not even out yet. It comes out on the 10th, December 10th, and there's already, I think it has 1 star.
It is so highly concerning that whoever is making her career decisions wants her to do a meet and greet. Because at this point, the way things are going, I don't think a meet and greet is gonna make things any better. They're actually gonna make things way worse.
I really wonder what Dee Dee's book would be like. Would the title say, "It's time to tell the truth"? There's so many people who over-exaggerate and lie and deceit and take advantage of real victims. In Gypsy, you're leading the pack.
Gypsy-Rose's meet and greet event, which also serves as a book signing for her memoir, may be cancelled after all. Why? The public is mobilizing not to support Gypsy in any way, but to hold a peaceful protest and a vigil for Dee Dee, Gypsy's late mother, who she unalived. The word is spreading and many people are eager to take part in this protest. They plan to show up outside the venue, not as attendees of the event, but as part of a demonstration against Gypsy's actions and her continued attempts to profit from her past. Considering the growing number of people planning to stage themselves outside the bookstore where Gypsy is said to hold her book signing, the event organizers might feel compelled to cancel the event entirely to avoid potential commotion. Now, I don't know if you see it the way I do, but Gypsy's attempt to make money through this event could backfire spectacularly. Let's get into the details of this protest, the why, the who, the where, and the how. Let's dive in right away. The public's outrage has reached a boiling point, and it's showing no signs of simmering down. People from various walks of life are coming together with a singular goal: to peacefully but powerfully protest against Gypsy-Rose and her perceived glorification of her actions. This mobilization goes beyond simple discontent. It is a testament to the collective frustration with Gypsy's narrative and the platforms enabling her to profit from her past.
So Gypsy-Rose Blanchard has a book signing on October 13th, which is Friday the 13th, y'all. People are planning a protest. And because of this, she may cancel the book signing. Well, y'all, the book's not even out yet. It comes out on the 10th, December 10th, and there's already, I think it has 1 star. There are already reviews, and go read them. Some of them are absolutely hilarious. People have photoshopped the cover. I want to really stress this to everybody. This is what happens when people collectively come together for a cause. A lot of people are upset that she is out here blatantly making money off of her crime.
What's unique about this protest is how quickly it has gained traction. Social media platforms like TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook are teeming with discussions about the event, with hashtags like Justice for Dee Dee and Cancel Gypsy event trending among certain communities. Videos and posts urging locals to show up at the protest have been viewed thousands of times, with comments flooded by people expressing their willingness to take part. For many, this is a way to stand against what they see as a blatant disregard for accountability and justice.
Oh look, she's slashing the price. What a weird choice of words, Gypsy. My time to stand? Do you mean my time by your time in prison? You've been standing for almost 9 years. I really wonder what Dee Dee's book would be like. Would the title say, "It's time to tell the truth"? There's so many people who over-exaggerate and lie and deceit and take advantage of real victims. In Gypsy, you're leading the pack.
Interestingly, this protest is not just about Gypsy-Rose as an individual. It's a broader statement against the systems and media narratives that often allow people with controversial paths to reinvent themselves as victims or icons, while sidelining the actual victims of their actions. The vigil for Dee Dee, planned as part of the protest, is seen as a crucial way to recenter the narrative around the life that was lost and the person who has been largely forgotten in the wake of Gypsy's rise to notoriety.
Should I go to Gypsy's book signing with Dee Dee? I'm gonna bring Dee Dee to the book signing. Dee Dee, you gonna like that. You gonna really like that. Dee Dee said she's excited. She's really excited. She's gonna like that. She's never been on a plane before. I got some in my ass. Dee Dee, stop blowing your dead dust in my ass. Listen. Dee Dee, get your finger out of my ass. Can you all dress up as Dee Dee's and go to Gypsy signing, please? Just Halloween, one more round of Halloween, please, I'm begging you. Everybody, get your Dee Dee costumes on, get your fat suits, and get to the book signings. Dee Dee's here to support you. She likes it. She wants you to do it. She really likes that. Like, really, really likes that. Do it for Dee Dee. She said, do it for Dee Dee. Go, friends, go.
The numbers supporting the protests are also growing rapidly. While some are local residents who can physically attend, others are contributing by spreading the word, offering logistical support, such as designing protest signs, creating awareness videos, and even crowdfunding for supplies. Protesters have expressed their desire to ensure the demonstration remains peaceful yet impactful, aiming to create a stark contrast to the chaos they believe Gypsy's actions have caused. For them, this is about sending a clear message. Actions have consequences, and the public will not stand idly by while someone profits off a crime. Gypsy-Rose's memoir, My Time to Stand, has been a lightning rod for criticism ever since its announcement. Marketed as a deeply personal account of her struggles as a victim of Munchausen by proxy, the memoir attempts to frame Gypsy's life story as one of survival and redemption.
Why in the hell? Why the hell would you write a book knowing you fucking lied your whole damn life, that your mother lied your whole damn life? Why did we write a book just to have hateful messages? Did you just... Gypsy! The amount of bad comments, the amount of fucking comments on there that are like, you suck, you're a liar, piece of shit, da-da-da-da. Oh, you're not gonna like that. You're really not gonna like that. I'll tell you who likes that. I like that, and Dee Dee likes that. She really likes that. I will tell you, we really like the tiki-toki streets because they keep us filled in on everything. I'm gonna go write a review with Dee Dee because she has other things to say, okay? She thought this was a great idea. Like, real great. It's fans. She knows you lied, and she was like, do it, because the people gonna hate on you, and we're going here for it. Oh my God, ow, ow.
However, the public has been quick to point out glaring issues with the narrative being pushed. For starters, while the book does address Gypsy's childhood under her mother's care, where she was subjected to fabricated illness and unnecessary medical treatments, it largely glosses over the darker aspects of her actions leading up to Dee Dee's death. Instead of offering a balanced recounting of events, the memoir appears to focus on portraying Gypsy as a misunderstood victim. This one-sided portrayal has led many to question the motives behind the book. Is it a genuine attempt to tell her story, or is it a calculated move to garner sympathy and financial gain? The memoir also includes reflections on her time in prison, where Gypsy claims to have found a sense of purpose and clarity. She has been quoted in interviews saying she wants readers to find hope through her story. However, critics argue that this messaging is tone deaf given the circumstances surrounding her crime.
Taken zero accountability for her crime and placed a lot of the blame on her co-defendant, saying things like she doesn't identify as the M word. Other boyfriends would have stopped her if she went up to them and mentioned Plan B, which was the unaliving. She's done zero advocacy. She even at one point said that she doesn't believe she should have gotten so much time. The 10 years she got for unaliving. Her co-defendant got life without the possibility of parole. She's taken advantage of the public's kindness and sympathy. But with all the evidence being brought to light, the Gypsy-Rose, in fact, was not a victim, but a mastermind. People are pushing back.
The glaring omission of accountability of her role in Dee Dee's death has fueled public resentment. By avoiding the deeper questions like why she orchestrated the crime and how she manipulated Nico DeJean into committing it, the memoir has only intensified the public's skepticism. Another point of connection is the co-authorship of the book. Some have criticized Melissa Moore and Michelle Matriciana for partnering with Gypsy on this project, accusing them of enabling her to rewrite her history in her favor. Many believe the authors should have used their platform to present a more balanced and investigative approach, rather than seemingly taking Gypsy's narrative at face value. Additionally, the timing of the memoir's release has raised eyebrows. Scheduled to hit bookstores on December 10th, just days before the controversial meet and greet event, it feels like a calculated move to maximize publicity and sales. With hard copies priced at $26.96 and Kindle versions at $14.99 Gypsy is clearly banking on significant earnings from this release.
Which one of y'all going to go see Gypsy-Rose on Friday the 13th? The girl who unalived her mom using a man with autism on Friday the 13th for $35. What type of luck do you think that is? You already know she had the shirt on that says Devils Roll the Dice.
However, public backlash suggests that sales may fall short of expectations. What's most troubling for critics is the underlying implication of the memoir's existence. By turning her story into a product, Gypsy is seen as profiting from a crime that resulted in the loss of her mother's life. This has reignited debates about the ethics of true crime profiteering, where individuals involved in heinous acts monetize their infamy. The sentiment among many is clear. Gypsy's memoir isn't a tale of redemption, it's an insult to Dee Dee's memory, and a slap in the face to those who believe in justice. The meet and greet event scheduled for Friday, December 13th at 5 p.m. is set to take place at the Garden District Bookshop in New Orleans. This quaint bookstore, located at 2727 Patriana Street on the second floor of the Ring Shopping Center, has unwittingly become a center of a storm. What initially seemed like a straightforward promotional event has morphed into a controversial flashpoint. The event offers early bird tickets priced at $35, which include an autographed copy of Gypsy's memoir, My Time to Stand, and the opportunity to take a photograph with her. For many, this price point raises questions about the target audiences. Late walk-ins are expected to pay even more, though the exact pricing hasn't been disclosed.
It is so highly concerning that whoever is making her career decisions wants her to do a meet and greet, because at this point, the way things are going, I don't think a meet and greet is going to make things any better. They're actually going to make things way worse. So if you guys don't know, Gypsy Rose Blanchard does have one book out already. It's called The Eve Before Release. I believe that one is only digital, and it basically goes over how she's feeling before release and things like that. But it also goes over all of the medical abuse she was going through with her mom, and that's kind of where all of the most of the lies.
Clearly, this event is designed not to only promote the book, but also maximize financial gain. What has struck a nerve with the public is how openly the event monetizes Gypsy's infamy. It's not just about selling books, it's about creating an experience that positions her as a public figure worthy of admiration and engagement. For those who view Gypsy as someone who orchestrated a crime and evaded full accountability, the notion of paying to meet her feels deeply inappropriate, if not outright offensive. This frustration has fueled the protest, with many participants openly criticizing the event's premise. They argue that Gypsy's actions should disqualify her from receiving such a platform. To them, the idea of celebrating her story while the man she manipulated, Nick Godejohn, serves a life sentence is an injustice that cannot go unchallenged. The heart of the public's outrage lies in a sense of deep injustice. To them, Gypsy Rose has benefited from her notoriety in ways that feel undeserved. While she portrays herself as a survivor of her mother's abuse, critics argue that this narrative glosses over the darker aspects of her story. Gypsy did not act alone in Dee Dee's death. She manipulated Nick Godejohn into committing the crime. Nick, a man with diagnosed mental health challenges, was sentenced to life in prison without parole, while Gypsy served a much shorter sentence and now walks free. Her repeated claims that she has done her time ring hollow to many, particularly when juxtaposed with Nick's fate.
About this. Number one, seeing that she considers Nick as a tool, absolutely. Nick was in fact Gypsy Rose's weapon. She used him as a weapon to murder her mother. Now, what also strikes me as interesting is at the last sentence of this whole excerpt. Taking accountability, not hiding excuses. This is what I did. Why I did it didn't matter. No, honey. why you did it does matter. What your motive behind the murder of your mother is in fact an important piece to this entire puzzle. It tells us who and what you actually are. Was it actually self-defense because you were an abuse victim? Or was it just to play out a fantasy? Your motive tells us whether or not your story is true.
In interviews, Gypsy has shown little empathy for Nick's situation. When asked how she feels about being free while Nick remains incarcerated, she has said, "He has to do his time." This lack of acknowledgement of her role in manipulating him has struck a nerve with the public. Moreover, Gypsy has also expressed that she didn't believe she deserved the length of her initial sentence, a sentiment that further fuels the perception that she lacks true accountability. Critics also take issue with the way Gypsy continues to profit from her crime. From the memoir to the meet and greet event, it seems that every aspect of her public persona is tied to her notoriety. To them, this is not the behavior of someone seeking redemption. It's the behavior of someone exploiting her infamy for financial gain. The Garden District Bookshop has found itself caught in the crossfire of public backlash. After promoting the event on Instagram with a video featuring a woman holding up signs about the meet and greet, the store faced an overwhelming wave of negative comments. Many accused the bookstore of supporting an unleaver and giving her a platform to profit from her crime. The comments ranged from calls to cancel the event to outright condemnation of the store's decision to host Gypsy. Some users argued that by supporting the event, the bookstore was complicit in enabling Gypsy's attempts to rewrite her narrative. In response, the bookstore detailed the promotional video, but the damage was already done. The backlash raises important questions. Will the bookstore prioritize its event contract, or will it choose to protect the reputation and its loyalty among local patrons? For now, it seems the store is moving forward with the event, but this decision may have long-term consequences for its business. Even before its release, My Time to Stand has faced harsh criticism. Many view the memoir as a one-sided attempt to paint Gypsy as a victim while glossing over her role in her mother's death. Online viewers have been scathing, with some even renaming the book My Time to Scam as a way to mock its premise. This book is filled with deception. Gypsy manipulated a disabled man into killing her mother and walked away. She deserves to be back in prison. Another critic wrote, Gypsy-Rose should not be profiting from her crime. She always knew she could walk and she didn't have to kill her mother. These reviews highlight a recurring theme, a deep mistrust of Gypsy's narrative and a belief that her memoir is little more than an attempt to profit from her past. The question remains, will Gypsy show up knowing the protests could overshadow her event? Will the bookstore continue to support an event that has sparked such controversy? And perhaps most importantly, will the public's efforts to make a difference in holding Gypsy accountable? Only time will tell. For now, one thing is clear, the public is determined to send a message. Gypsy-Rose may think she has moved on, but her actions and the consequences are far from forgotten.